Welcome to Local SEO in 10. This is your go-to podcast for answers about how you can grow your local business online easily and quickly. Brought to you by local SEO experts, Magnified Media in Walnut Creek, California. In each 10-minute episode, our digital marketing expert, Adam Duran, answers your questions on how you can get more leads for your business fast. Remember, if you're not taking care of this part of your business right now, you can bet your competitors are. And now, here's our host with the questions, Jamie Duran, and our expert with the answers, Adam Duran.
All right, Adam.
Hey, Jamie.
How's it going today?
Going very, very good.
Yeah?
I'm all excited for another episode.
Of Local SEO in 10.
That's right.
What are we talking about today?
All right. Today, I wanted to actually go through a topic that I do hear about from solopreneurs who call us all the time, and that is Wix. They call up and they say, well, my site is on Wix. And a lot of times they say it like kind of, embarrassed. So I wanted to go through today and just go quickly through what my opinion is about the pros and cons of using Wix for your website, for your business.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
All right.
So a couple questions.
Sure.
What's Wix?
Wix is an all-in-one website hosting and website building platform.
Okay.
And so it's a little different than WordPress. So WordPress, you go out and you find your own host, and then you install WordPress onto that host.
Okay.
And then WordPress gets hacked or there's problems or it gets out of date. And then you reinstall WordPress and start again.
Okay.
So anyway, Wix is an all-in-one platform for your website. It's obviously it's a giant company that's only getting bigger. It's a publicly traded company, and they offer a great solution for solopreneurs and small businesses.
Okay.
And even, we have clients that are large companies that they're on Wix as well.
Wow.
So, yeah, it's not just for little businesses anymore.
Okay.
But anyway, which do you prefer? Start with the cons or start with the pros?
I always like to mix it up. So one of each.
Oh my God, you're going to confuse everybody.
I don't think so. I don't insult the intelligence of our audience, Adam. They can follow along.
Okay, here we go. Then I'll go one con. The first biggest con that I see with Wix is they don't offer an email address with your domain. They
That's
go,
crazy.
okay, here's your website. Now you can go to Google over here and get your email taken care of over here. So when you do that, now you're adding another bill onto your website fees, basically, that other hosting solutions don't do. Like, it's all bundled with, if you go to, GoDaddy or one of the other big ones, it's always bundled with an email address or 2 or 10.
Okay.
So with Wix, it's separate. And so you have to find another basically email provider like Google or Rackspace, something else. And that, can be anywhere from 10 to up. I mean, in terms of per month that you're going to be paying for that. So that's in my opinion, that's a big con.
Okay.
All right. I'll go back to a pro. So with Wix, one of the things that people don't really know about is SEO. And Wix, once your site is finished and you take it online, they have an SEO wizard. And it's a step-by-step process that they tell you exactly what to do in order to optimize your page or your titles or your images. And if you do that, that's a really good actual basic SEO done. And a lot of users just ignore that, but that's not smart, obviously. And so what their SEO wizard does, it's pretty good. Man, it's pretty good.
All right.
It's not too shabby. So I'd recommend that's one of the good things about it. If you're busy, you got to run your business. That SEO wizard is pretty cool, pretty handy. All right. Go back to a con. Loading speed. Okay. Loading speed for, we've talked about this. Loading speed can be really slow with a Wix website, with a Wix page. And a lot of times that's because the person using it doesn't know that the larger your image, the longer it's going to take for that website to load. So Wix doesn't like say, hey, that image is way too large.
Why wouldn't they optimize it?
They try to, but that this is one of the, that's the machine or the actual program, the software has to optimize that on the fly. And guess what? That slows everything down. WordPress has the same thing. So you just want to make sure with Wix that if you're going to do it, if you're going to go with Wix, great. Make sure that you have your image sizes, you reduce them, you optimize them before you put them on the site. So that's really big. Also, Wix allows you to do a ton of animations.
Oh, okay.
So that's really cool, except when you overdo it. And so just because you can make everything swoop in and kind of dive around the page, maybe you got to understand when you do that, it does have a bad effect, and that's it slows the site down.
Okay.
All right. So a pro for Wix, I kind of mentioned it, is that it's super flexible with a really small learning curve for users. So it's a what you see is what you get kind of platform. So you can pick up a box and move it over there. Pick up a box and move it over there. That's really cool. And so that's in WordPress. You can't do that
without having to learn HTML.
No, just without having to do a lot more work. With Wix, it's just faster. So that's a cool thing. It's super flexible, and that means it's fast, right? And you don't have to worry about learning it to use it.
Got it.
Now the next con. So I have both. I have equal amounts of pros and cons. Weirdly. All right. So the next con is that Wix does this weird thing where it has the mobile version and the desktop version. Once you finish the desktop version, every time you make any changes on that desktop version, you have to go over to the mobile version, and you have to make sure it looks good in the mobile version as well. And you have to move stuff around. It's basically just another separate website, and that can be frustrating because I know we'll get a client, and they will have changed stuff, and then they won't even have known to do anything on the mobile version. And that now is, that's what's indexed first. So their mobile version will look, totally cockamamie, and the desktop version will look great. And then, so we fix that, and then they make a change to the desktop version and it goes back. So that's frustrating.
Yeah, I can see why, because that involves a lot of double work.
Right. Jamie, you're the most hated thing on the planet for you.
Oh, no. Yeah. I have plenty more now.
Double work. Yeah, the double work of once you get it set up, once you do, there is a learning curve with Wix still. So for us, it's not that big of a deal. All right. Next kind of is a pro and a con. Cool, right?
No.
Wix has an app market. They call it their app market. And it's basically a bunch of widgets, little things that add functionality to your website. So that could be like accordions, or it could be, a booking app or something like that. Now, they have tons of them. Unfortunately, when you use them, a lot of times they're buggy, or what's even worse for me is they slow down everything. And so like I just talked about, the accordion, which is, you press a little plus sign and the text drops down. That is such a basic part of web design. It's on an app on Wix is cray cray. So, and it's slow, and it just doesn't work right. And that's my typical experience with their app market, is that some of the apps are really good, but most of them are not. So,
all right.
Some of them are good.
Pro and con. Got it.
That's right. That's what I said. I got a pro and a con. Okay. I'll go back to pro. One of the awesome things with Wix is that security is taken care of. So really, they're unhackable. Unless your own password and login is hacked, and that's on you. But everything else, Wix, because it's an all-in-one platform, security is really taken care of for you. If you go to WordPress or Joomla or these other ones, it's not. And so with WordPress especially, because we're using an open source software to run it, that it gets out of date and people, find new exploits, and then, your site gets taken down because of it.
Oh yeah.
Right?
I've seen that.
Yeah, I've seen that too. And with Wix, you never see it. I mean, I've never even heard of it. So that's cool that the security is taken care of. All right, next one, another con. Pricing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So that's why everyone goes to Wix.
No, Wix at the basic level is about $13 a month.
What?
And without email, so you add another $10 for email, then you got $23 a month or $25 a month. So that is kind of a downer, right? So other solutions are under 10 and they include email and they include your website. So that's a downer, but a pro of that, to offset that, Wix has a ton of features that most people don't know about or take advantage of. And that comes with that $13 a month, which they should really say. They have a CRM, which is basically it allows you to, anyone who contacts you through the site, their name, phone number, everything is saved in that CRM. So that way, when you want to, you can create a newsletter and send that newsletter to all those people, right? You have a way to automatically have everything in your Wix platform. That's super cool.
Yep. All right. Okay.
So that was a good pro. Last one, kind of another con would be its blog feature. People like blogs. I'm not a big blog guy, but I do like writing articles. And Wix has tried to have a blog kind of widget, basically an app or something like that. And it's not my favorite. It's very slow, and the SEO on it is not so good. So, oh well, can't be everything. And last one I got is actually weirdly a pro for Wix is their customer support. So
wow.
Yeah, their customer support, you can reach out to them and chat. They will always push you to phone support, which is pretty cool, and they'll call you within 3 minutes. Usually the problem can get taken care of pretty fast, and that's all you want, right, from customer support. If I have a WordPress site, basically my customer support is Google.
Yeah.
And it can be tedious, or you could just get stuck.
Sure.
So that's bad. So we're not sponsored by Wix or anything. I just thought if you're a solopreneur or small business and you're looking for a way to get online fast, Wix is something you can definitely do. It is a great platform, but yeah, there are some cons and there are some pros. So, take what you want out of this podcast and let me know what you think.
That sounds great. Any other? I'm sure there's millions of pros and cons, but
that's a good for me.
All right, that sounds great. Well, if you enjoyed this podcast, make sure to rate and review on whatever platform you are listening to. Make sure to share this podcast out. The more shares we get, the more our rankings increase, and the more people actually learn about local SEO. And so, Yep, that's what we want. Make the internet a friendlier place.
Yes. And happy, I guess that's all.
Okay.
Let's just save the world.
A happier place. Great.
Let's all be cool to each other. How's that? Man. Thanks a lot, everybody.
That's all for now. Thanks for listening to this episode of Local SEO in 10 with Google local marketing expert Adam Duran. Join us each week for answers to your questions on how to best harness the power of the internet to grow your business. Speaking of questions, got some? Message us through our Facebook page, Local SEO in 10, and we'll be sure to give you your answer on an upcoming episode. This episode of Local SEO in 10 is brought to you by Magnified Media, the leading online marketing agency in Northern California, who invite you to grow your business by magnifying your online visibility and credibility. Visit them on the web at www.magnifiedmedia.com. Magnify your business, magnify your profits.